Amazing stuff. I'm going to move it a little bit closer to me, I think. Well, hello everybody, it's July the 18th. Would you believe? Whoops, that fell over. Hope it hasn't gone out of tune there. No, it's pretty close. That'll do for rock and roll. That's so close. It's like baroque tuning. It's just beautiful in itself. Good evening everybody, it's Dave Scott Morgan in the Song Factory. Here I am right in the middle of the production line there, and you know what, I'm on my own tonight. There's nobody else on the premises, it's just me. I'm going to make this camera go a little bit, it's a little bit wonky, isn't it? So I'll just make it go straight if I can. Yeah, look at that. Got that minute adjustment on that. Yes, and tonight I'm on my own here, so but what I wanted to say was this, that a friend of mine is actually coming up from London, and he's going to be knocking the door at any point, and so I'll have to go and let him in when he does. So look, if I take off for a minute, that's what's happened. Okay, I've gone to let my pal in, to stop him shouting in the street at me and upsetting the neighbours, you know. Hello everybody, it's Thursday evening again. And I would like to play you an introduction song, but you know, my mixer has gone behind me, my equipment here, my mixer has gone doolally today. So, and it's not 7 o'clock yet, look, so I'm just going to sit here and just cool it a bit, I think, and wish you your good health out there. It's been an absolutely scorcher of a day here in England. Really summer's day with a vengeance today. Really, the sun was really warm, and I even did some work in my shed in the garden today. You can tell, yeah, you can tell. Many people have asked me, by the way, about Saturday, August the 3rd, and let me just reiterate that there's a show at Castle Bromwich Hall Gardens. There's a place called Castle Bromwich Hall, and it's like a stately home, I guess, and there are gardens attached to the property, and that's where this show is going to be held, in the gardens of Castle Bromwich Hall. And it's at 7 o'clock Saturday evening, and it's a commemorative show for Jeff Lynne, because Jeff used to live just up the road in Shard End, and Roger Spencer, the drummer in his band in the Idle Race, he lived literally in Castle Bromwich, just down the road from the gardens there, years ago, and I lived a little bit on another estate close by called Tarcross. So we're all in that patch, you know, we're all in that realm of the ionosphere. And but on this Saturday, that's not this Saturday, it's Saturday, August the 3rd. When is that? Today's the 18th, so 18 and 7 is 25. So it's 25. Yeah, so it's going to be 2 weeks on this Saturday, I guess. I don't know, I can't work it out. You work it out. It's August the 3rd anyway. And all I wanted to say was, people have asked me about that, so I wanted to tell you that that's what will be happening. And I've been practicing a little song to play at that one, and it's actually a song by a man named Jim Cleary. Anybody ever heard of Jim Cleary? Let me put this mic down a little bit so you can maybe see the guitar a bit as well. So I don't know, that might be like, there we go. Let's see how that works out. Yeah, Jim Cleary. I used to have a group with Jim Cleary, and anyway, I'm going to play you a bit of this song that I'm going to sing on this Saturday, and then I'll tell you what it's got to do with Jeff Lynne, because this is a little song that Jim wrote, a beautiful little song called Modeste, Modeste the Minor Poet, and it goes a bit like this. In a house not far from Clichy, on the busy Paris road, lived a poet and his mother, Modeste and Mary Claude. Well, his father'd been a pilot with a penchant for the church, gave up his wings for higher things, left his family to the worst, while Modeste and his mother sat quietly at home. The boy would chew his ballpoint as his mind began to roam, and into his mind came an image of the lovely soaring bird with the cliffs of France beneath it, in the lovely poem's word. Modeste, the minor poet, with all the time it took, he wrote a note of major sadness in his mother's laundry book. In a house not far from Clichy, on the busy Paris road, lived a poet and his mother, Modeste and Mary Claude. Modeste, the minor poet, with all the time it took, he wrote a note of major sadness in his mother's laundry book. Yeah, I've just been learning that, and I've nearly got it right, but that's Modeste, the minor poet, and that was written by Jim Cleary. And I'll tell you why I'm going to do it, because one night when I was on, when we was making the record Secret Messages with the ELO, we were in Holland, and we were at a place called Hilversum in Holland, and we were in the middle of making this album, Secret Messages, and myself, Richard, and Jeff were in having a drink and a laugh after the day's recording, and I think Richard said, "What was that song by Jim, Dave?" to me, and I sang a bit of it, and I just sang the bit that said, "Modeste, the minor poet, with all the time it took, he wrote a note of major sadness in his mother's laundry book." Well, Jeff said, "What? What was that? A note of major sadness? Oh, that's brilliant." He said, "How does it go? How does the music go?" So we picked up a guitar and we tried to play the chords, and the chords are really odd to it, and really weird, because there's some chords that Jim actually kind of made them up as he went along, and so we couldn't figure the chords out, me and Richard. So we phoned Jim up in the middle of the night, got him out of bed. We were in Holland, he's in England, and Jim, well, how do you play the chords to the Modeste, the minor poet, please? And he's trying to explain to us over the phone in the middle of the night where you put your fingers on the strings for the particular. Well, I mean, talk about rock and roll, Spinal Tap on tour or something. It was just ridiculous. And of course, poor old Jim, he was thinking, "No, I wish they'd go away and let me go back to bed," and we never did get it right, and we never did learn how to play Modeste, the minor poet. But sometime after that, I collared Jim, and we had a bit of a laugh about that, and he showed me the chords to it, and I put a version of that on my Reel 2 album. That's this album here, it's called Reel 2, and on here is Modeste, the minor poet, brackets Jim Cleary. In fact, there's two songs by Jim on here. Another one, it says, another one is called Nothing Says, which is also a brilliant song. And Jim was a poet, an Irish poet, and I had a group with him called Morgan Cleary at one point. You probably are aware of the record we made, which is called The Secret Album, because it never came out until recently. It was kind of hidden, so it was a secret. So, but anyway, that song I've just sung, Modeste the Minor Poet, is on my Reel 2 album, and on Saturday there's the album. It comes in an old jewel case. I mean, it looks like that. Look, the record looks like a looks like a tape, doesn't it? Yeah, like a little tape. There's a picture of me and Mandy at Ronnie Scott's there. We played at Ronnie Scott's sometime in the dim and distant past. We had Tony Kelsey playing guitar with us at that show. He's just out of camera shot there. But anyway, what I wanted to say was this: at this show at Castle Bromwich, I'll be giving away these albums. They'll be free, and obviously I will suggest that maybe you spend a £5 on another album. There will be some other albums there, but Reel 2 will be free. Everybody who goes there can have one, just because it's got that record, Modeste the Minor Poet, on it. So we'll take a bunch of those with us, and we'll be giving those away at that show there, in honour of the show is in honour of Jeff Lynne. That song has nothing to do with Jeff musically, but it does have to do with the fact that Jeff thought it was just a brilliant piece of poetry, which it is. Modeste the Minor Poet, with all the time it took, he wrote a note of major sadness in his mother's laundry book. He's coming in now. I don't know if he'll come in here, but he might do, you never know. Or he might go and get me some fish and chips. Mandy's gone to the theatre tonight, by the way. She's hobnobbing it up with the posh people down at Stratford-upon-Avon, and she's gone to see forgot the name of the play, but a Shakespeare, a play at the Shakespeare Theatre, should I say. Where was I? Yes, talking about weird chords. I had this vision, and it came from hearing a preacher, an American preacher, say, this was 2 years ago, and he said that he'd had a vision of President Biden being in such a fix that he would try to bite his leg off to get out of the trap that he finds himself in. And I thought, wow, that's a powerful vision. And on the back of that, I wrote some words about that, and I put it in the context of the Egyptian pharaohs, really. Pharaoh coming a cropper. Pharaoh was the president, of course, of the president. He was the pharaoh of Egypt way back, but he was the president of the most technologically advanced nation in the world at that time, and Biden is the president of the most technologically advanced nation in our time right now. Anyway, Sophie, I started to write this song, and I thought to myself, this song has got to have really odd chords, really weird chords that don't really sit together, you know. And so I started to write. It went like this. Look, the chord. Then I started to get some words to it. I thought, yeah, that's weird. That's gonna. I saw the wheels as they came off. The president said, "Let me off." No, it doesn't say that, does it? I saw the wheels as they came off. The chariots ground to a stop. The president said, "Let me off. I've got to get away." And if he had one last thought before the angel drew his sword, it would be nice to hold the fort for just one more day. But oh, for the time, he's deaf, dumb and blind. He likes doing things in his own way. And after the fact, I'm caught in a trap. I'm taking the rap. It's a bad day. And then it came to the chorus, and I'm just going to stop you there, because I'll tell you the truth about this. Is the Song Factory, after all. I thought those chords were really weird, and that little tune just kind of follows the progression that those chords are following. But when it came to the chorus, I thought to myself, it really needs a catchy chorus, but I'm not going to be able to get one out of those chords because the chords are so weird. But a catchy chorus just appeared out of nowhere with the same chord, the same chord. And the chorus goes, "Oh, out here in Wonderland, nobody understands to a rock and roll thing, and then it eventually finds up in Erin. And of course that bit there is a totally different bit, but that bit there is taking a statement made by the World Economic Forum chairman, whose name is Klaus Schwab, and his famous statement is that by 2030 you'll all own nothing and you'll all be happy. And I've got to say that I think that what he really means is he'll own everything and we'll be very unhappy. But anyway, that's the statement. You'll own nothing and you'll be happy. And so I put all that in a song, and it's kind of a sarcastically titled Wonderland, because as if to say this is the Wonderland that you got to look forward to in the future. And of course it all began, like I say, from that vision of a president coming a cropper. It was specifically focused on President Biden at the time. But lo and behold, just recently, 2 weeks ago, that seemed to happen big time, because President Biden is in serious trouble, and I think I think he is in a bit of a trap, and I think he's not able to get out of it, if I could put it that way. Anyway, I don't want to go down that route. It's just a song I wrote. It's a vision I had, a song I wrote on the back of somebody else's vision as well. And like I say, that was a song put together with really strange chords, and what a wonderful catchy melody appeared out of nowhere on top of those chords, which kind of surprised me, to be honest. But when I hear it, I always I like that melody there. Okay, well look, on this record, this one here, this Reel 2 record, this old, what I'm giving away at this place on August 3rd. On here I noticed there is a song which I believe I've done again on the Bubbles album. In fact, I'm sure I have. But the first version was on Reel 2, and it's a song about a lovely story. This is again is a kind of a vision I had about something or other, and I put it all into this weird tale, this weird story. And the song is called Mistress Caroline, and it goes like this. Lord Rockford Moses, being of sound mind, left everything to Mistress Caroline. Stepped in his time machine and disappeared from view, leaving the argument for me and you. And he wished he could be here, but he's done the best he can. Yes, he wished he could be here, and he hopes you'll understand that I, Rockford Moses, being of sound mind, leave everything to Mistress Caroline. The 5,000 acres and all the precious works of art, the wine in the cellar and the tigers in the pond. And he says it's okay, you can give it all away. I don't care what you do, but just be careful what you say about my sweet love child, Mistress Caroline. She was my friend, she loved me when I was alone without a dime. Sweet love child, Mistress Caroline. She scratched my back, she lit my fire. Lord Rockford Moses, being of sound mind, left everything to Mistress Caroline. Stepped in his time machine and disappeared from view, leaving the argument for me and you. And he says, it's okay, you can give it all away. I don't care what you do, but just be careful what you say about my sweet love child, Mistress Caroline. She was my friend, she loved me when I was alone without a dime. Caroline, sweet love child, Mistress Caroline. She scratched my back, she lit my fire, she chilled my wine, she done me fine. Ooh, yeah, she done me fine now. Sweet love child, Mistress Caroline. She was my friend, she loved me when I was alone without a dime. Love her till the end of time. Love her till the end of time. Yeah, a lovely little song there, Mistress Caroline. And the guy leaves everything to this girl and the rest of the family. You get the impression, or you get the kind of vibe that, you know, didn't go down too well with the rest of the family. And we've often had a lot of fun doing that live on stage, because Alan Smith used to do a monologue at the front of it where he pretended to be a solicitor reading the last will and testament of one Rockford Burgess, and he goes on in a real posh voice to say how I leave everything to Mistress Caroline to do with as she wishes, to squander, to, you know, to do whatever, and the rest of the family are, you know, big like gasp of, oh no. I guess that happens in real life, doesn't it, sometimes? Okay, well, how are we doing? And I don't know if I told you. I think I told you when I first started up, but that was before 7. So I'll just mention that I haven't got. I wanted to play some stuff on the machine tonight, but I can't because my mixer's broken. So I've got a new mixer coming, and on this due on August the 3rd, by the way, I'm planning to do that Modeste. I'm planning to do some Beatles songs, because Jeff and I were always on the phone to each other about Beatles songs. Whenever one come out, we'd just be on talking about, you know, what the chord changes were, and did a little. We were very much into where the Beatles were going with all that stuff. They were just an absolute guiding light for us both. And but I'm also going to sing one of Jeff's songs, one of his newer ones. In fact, it's his last single, I believe, When I Was a Boy. A lovely song, and I'm going to give that an outing. I've not done it live before, but I'm sure that there'll be some goodwill toward Jeff's songs there, and I'll do my best to not to ruin it. So, okay, well, I've had people just ask me to give another blast of that song I did last week, that bit of a blues song, which it's a song that I just wrote the words for. It's not my tune or anything. In fact, it's not really a tune at all, I suppose. But anyway, it goes like this. It's called Morning Star. I don't know, maybe I'll record this sometime. I'm taking it easy, just one step at a time. I'm taking it easy, just one step at a time. Oh, I've seen the future, and hey, the future is mine. My morning star lights up the sky. She makes me smile when I wanna cry. In the morning she's a sunbeam, in the eve a lullaby. Hey! I'm taking it easy, just one step at a time. Oh, I'm taking it easy, just one step at a time. Oh, I've seen the future, and I know the future is mine. The morning star, she makes my day. Oh, trouble may come, but trouble can't stay. When she blows me a kiss and the good times are on the way. Yeah. When she blows me a kiss and the good times are on the way. Hey, she blows me a kiss and the good times are on the way. Yeah, Morning Star. She makes my day. Okay, well, look, that's all I've got for you this week. I hope that's some good information about the August the 3rd thing. Sorry about me forgetting all the words to these songs, but I don't know. I did, so there. I've got a touch of the bidinets. So anyway, thanks you guys for hooking up with me this week. I should have the chat on, shouldn't I? Where is the chat? Let me see if does that bring it on. Julie Gordon, Richard Kenworth. Hello, Ernst. Ernst, I saw over. I've still got that record which I've got to send to you if you still need it. I don't know if it turned out or not. So just let me know on the email if you've got that, and all you guys who want to come along and see me and other people on August the 3rd. Next week I'll have a better idea of who's on, but Thomas Walsh is on, the big Irishman, Thomas Walsh, and